Welcome into the Trevecca Sports Network. Greg Ruff along with you, and joining me is the men's soccer coach, Danny Leavy, and we've got good news. Good news. The schedule is out. It's just the conference schedule. But, Coach Leavy, just talk about how it feels to finally get something in your hand to plan for this spring.
Yeah, it felt incredible just to see the dates and the names of our opponents written on a piece of paper. It was a nice sense of relief, definitely.
It's been a crazy year. Your season was not interrupted last year, but you saw everything that was going on with our other teams and really teams across the country and across the world. Just talk about how you've handled it quickly between all that happening, adjusting to your spring practices or lack thereof, and then recruiting and all that heading into this fall.
Yeah, I mean, there was a challenge on every front, really, with it. I mean, you had to figure out just, first off, what to do with all the boys at first, like when the school, closed down and everything, because we've got guys from overseas and from around the country. So the big thing was just make sure we know where they're at and how they're going to get home and all of that. And once we got everybody home safely, then we could kind of figure out how to manage them while they were away and everything. So that presented all kinds of challenges and everything. And just the biggest challenge was just staying connected with everybody, because we've got guys from, like I said, all over the place, and trying to get all those time zones coordinated so we could all meet together as a group. That was always really interesting and everything. We felt like there was a chance that we were going to get to play this fall. And it just, as we got closer, you just saw that wasn't realistic. So, helping them manage the, kind of the disappointment, I guess, they've done fantastic. I've been so impressed with how resilient they are. It's really impressive, and it's really inspired me and motivated me to work with them even more.
What does this do for you, getting that schedule in front of you? Now, you still have to get some non-conference games in there to fill out the schedule. So people will see on the website, they'll see the conference games, but there's a few more to come. Talk about that. First of all, answer that. How are you going to go about getting those games?
Yeah, well, a big thing is I've got to look into what conferences are going to allow their members to play outside of their conference. So some conferences have made the decision to self-isolate and just play within their conference, which, I understand that. You can't really argue with that one. And there's other conferences that are being a little more lenient and letting you play outside opponents. So that's the first thing. I just got to figure out what conferences are allowing their members to play outside of their conference. So that'll be the first hurdle we gotta get past.
What about talking to your guys about the schedule now, being able to talk about how did they react to hearing the news that there is a schedule and they can look forward to something as well?
Yeah, I mean, they've been excited the whole time. And I think what's encouraged them is they've seen how hard our conference has been working. I mean, the GMAC has been just brilliant about trying to push for schedules and give our athletes meaningful experiences. So I think they recognize that the conference has been working hard for them. So there's been some good anticipation that the schedule was going to come out. They felt optimistic the whole time.
Well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you guys have a schedule, and it's something that we on our end can look at, trying to broadcast the games and try to share that. And I want to assure people that we're going to do everything we can to broadcast all of our live home events on the internet live stream, we don't know whether there'll be able to be fans in attendance or how many and all that kind of stuff. But I will tell you that we're going to work very hard. Those games on the schedule that are here at Trevecca, we're going to try to have those live stream for everybody to watch.
Yeah, and that's going to be exciting. It's just going to be so great to see them on the field, and for families wherever they are to be able to tune in online and watch them. And not just mine, but the women's team and the volleyball and the basketball and everybody. It's just going to be fantastic to see those kids out there competing again.
All right, that's Coach Danny Leavy here on the Trojan Sports Network.